This is the Speediance Gym Monster 2. And if you're not familiar with the Speediance Gym Monster, let's first talk about what it is. It's a smart magnetic cable fitness device. So in turn, it's a squat rack, a cable machine, a pulley machine, a Smith machine, a rower, a barbell, a dumbbell, and a ski machine. Yeah, I don't really ski. But if you do, it can do that all in one. This magnetic cable system has a maximum resistance of 220 pounds or 100 kilos. There's no assembly required, there's no drilling, and it will easily fit through most doors. Now let's talk about what it comes with. It comes with a rope, a neck cushion, a barbell, a smart ring, ski handles, a yoga mat, ankle straps, and handles. Now with spending some time with the Speediance Gym Monster, I did a lot of different exercises. I worked out with this device many times. And slowly over time, I started to realize this may be one of my favorite fitness devices. My whole intention was I wanted to replace a gym at home with a home workout system. I'm a new father, I have a full-time job, and I'm a YouTuber. So I needed something that saved space and got me really fit. Now this 2.0 version has some differences from the original version, and I'll go over those later. But for now, let's talk about these exercises that were a complete surprise on how much I loved them. Well, with the newer version, I went ahead and got a rower, and I didn't know how much I was going to use this, but it was a wonderful surprise. Check this out. Okay, something I totally wasn't expecting. So on the last one, I didn't have the rower, but on this one, I had the rower. So I wanted to try to use it. And I did my first little rowing exercise. And look at this. Look, there's like a screen. Let me show you here. So there's a screen here that shows you like rowing in a lake. I just thought it was going to be a generic train or whatever. This is so great. You can hear the water and everything with a great speaker. Just want to tell you how awesome this is. Now with the Speediance Gym Monster, you can move the cables in different positions and even take off a section of it and put it at the bottom for even more exercises. Not only that, when I was doing exercises like the bench press, you can see I'm not facing the screen, but I could rotate the screen and flip it so I can see all my stats and resistance levels. And I will have to say the greatest thing I liked about it was I could work out my legs hard right at home, which is one of the hardest things to do at home. Now, I don't know about you, but it was really hard for me to find something to replace squats at home. If you know something better than this, please leave a comment. I want to hear it. Now, the thing that makes this different and one of the best fitness devices I ever used is the smart part. And what is the smart part? All these little things that they thought of to make working out at home safer and easier for you. So the first thing is the different modes. So these different modes makes the magnetic system work in different ways. So you have your typical standard mode, which offers resistance that corresponds with the weight that you chose to give you consistency throughout the workout. But then there's something called chain mode, where the weight is gradually increased as you approach the top end, providing a unique challenge to your workout. And then there's eccentric mode. Eccentric mode isolates the negative movement phase of a workout and increases the resistance when you return to the starting point. Then there's consistent mode. Consistent mode provides a consistent speed or resistance during movement, ideal for stable pace or safe rehab training. These modes make some of your common exercises that you do all the time that more and more challenging. And this is something that really takes your fitness to the next level. Now, if all that sounds confusing, don't worry, because it's also a personal trainer. See, the screen has guided instructions from a lot of different fitness trainers, and it's from different body sizes and types, male to female, and you can find somebody you're comfortable with and train with that person. The personal trainer measures your strength level and it tracks your progress. The screen gives you guided instructions. I'm talking about form and technique, and I love form and technique. And it measures your sets and reps. And your trainer is even your spotter. That's right, you're a spotter. So it has something called assist mode or spotter mode, where it notices when you're struggling trying to get the resistance up, and then it starts to slowly lower it so you can fully complete that rep. So yeah, it's even a spotter. This is what I mean by why I liked it for legs so much, because it made it super safe for me to go very heavy when I was doing squats. Because if you're at home, you're probably gonna need some type of squat rack system. There's a bunch of weights, and you can't really max out because you got no one to help you. Well, with this, I can really challenge my legs and I can go ahead and make sure I do my squat safely. And if it gets too tough, that assist mode is really going to help me out, be my spotter, and lower that weight so I can get it up and re-rack it. Now, all the guided training and stuff was great, but I really like the personalization that you can do with it. So it has a free mode in there. So if you already have exercises or a routine you like to keep in mind, you can go with the free mode and you can access all the different types of resistance levels that you want. You're able to use that assist mode or spotter mode. You can change from barbells to dumbbells. You can do it all in the leisure of what you like to do with the workout. Now, also with the smart part, it works via Bluetooth with these certain accessories. Like for instance, there's this ring that it comes with and you put it on the tip of your finger and you can increase and decrease resistance just by rotating the ring. You can also tap it to add on the resistance or take it off. So you're always in a safe position to do exercises because it's literally at your fingertips. Now even the handles have buttons on the ends, so you can actually use that to increase and decrease resistance. But I find myself using a ring mostly because I can attach different accessories that I already own and always have that connectivity to add resistance, decrease resistance, stop or start resistance. So that's right, you can use your own accessories. It comes with these little squares here that you can add to carabiner hooks, and you can add some of your own things. Like I like to use a curl bar for different exercises, and there's a different length of rope that sometimes that I like to use, but I can always swap those in and out. So whatever accessories you have now are compatible as long as they attach to a carabiner hook. Now there are some optional accessories that I highly recommend, and the one that I think everyone should have is going to be the barbell hooks. So when you're doing things like squats or your bench press, once you get done, you kind of don't know where to put the bar. So they have these hooks here that you can go ahead and rack them just like you would in the gym. The next thing that's a must have is the cable extensions. And I know at first I thought that these just extend the cables, but no, what it does is it makes it so if you're doing certain exercise, let's say like a cable fly, it makes it so that when you're getting close to your arms with the cable, it has this soft padding that doesn't rub against your skin and irritate it. This is a big problem for me when I'm using cable systems at home or any type of resistance bands. They rub against my skin. So they really thought of that, and it makes it so that you can really go with maximum resistance without worrying about it, irritating your skin. And the squat belt is a game changer for doing squats. You can put your resistance anchors at the bottom, attach it to the squat belt, and you get really good center of gravity. And one of the most intense squats I ever did was with this squat belt. Now, this other accessory, it may not be a must have, but it kind of depends on your living situation. If you have a spouse at home that likes to keep the house very tidy, this accessory holder puts everything together in one little neat package. Mrs. Discipline Dave loves this accessory. Now, for those people who know about the Speediance Gym Monster, the original version, let's talk about the differences. The speaker at the bottom is bigger and it sounds better. Check out this test. The cable connectors are black. It has a different design on the platform itself. The handles, the smart handles now, they vibrate now. So they have unique things like when you're about to finish a set or when you turn off the resistance. The platform sits lower so it saves space without sacrificing a smaller platform. The button on the platform is smaller. And I really appreciate this because in the first one, the button was out a little bit too far, so every time when I put my cables up at the top, it would catch on there, and I think that the rubbing caused cable wear and tear. Well, now it's smaller and a little bit more inside the unit, so that actually never happened to me the whole time I was using this. There's now a rower symbol on there, so if you have the rower, you know exactly where to place it, so it's in the perfect position to do your rowing exercises. So pretty much my overall thoughts were this is 100% 100% a complete gym replacement. It fixed the biggest problem with home fitness, and that's working out legs. I don't think there's anything out there in the market that's going to give you squats at high resistance that works this well, that has very little space, and is extremely safe. Because all this tech that's in this device makes workout at home completely safe. And the fact that you can see your progress, you can see in real time if you're improving or not, is a game changer. And one of the biggest things is that it fits in about 95% of homes. There's no drilling. If you have an apartment where you can't drill holes, this will work. It folds, it really saves space. And I'm 5'11" and it's just a little bit shorter than me. And I know all this smart tech may seem confusing, but it's actually very easy to use and set up. Now, if you have the original Gym Monster at home, tell me what you like about it in the comments below, or what you don't like about it. Either way, I just want to hear your experience. All I ask, if you like the review and you're thinking about getting a Speediance Gym Monster, if you use the link, it gives me support for the channel so I can make more Speediance content for you. Now, if you're looking for more Speediance Gym Monster content, go ahead and check out these videos next.